Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to review the movie Oppenheimer that got released in July 21st of 2023, and the movie is directed by Christopher Nolan. I will take you through the review and will share you my opinion or my views on the movie so that you can decide whether to watch it at the theater or not. Oppenheimer, the movie released in 2023, directed by none other than the Christopher Nolan, and is one of the best in the world who can come with such filmmaking skills. His love for filmmaking can be seen through how he devised the movies and show it to its audience. Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer is a sweeping, ambitious, and visually stunning film that tells the story of J. Robert Oppenheimer, the scientist who led the Manhattan Project to develop the atomic bomb. The film is based on the book American Prometheus, The Triumph and Tragedy of J. Robert Oppenheimer by Kay Bod and Martin J. Sherwin. The actor Cillian Murphy, who played the role of Dr. Oppenheimer, gives us a stellar performance as Oppenheimer. He captured the scientist's brilliance, his charisma, and his inner turmoil. The supporting cast is always excellent, with Emily Blunt playing his wife, Matt Damon as the general, and Robert Downey Jr. all gave memorable performances. Nolan's direction is masterful as always, and he had proved it again and again. Some of his past worthy movies were Tenet, Inception, Dunkirk, Batman Trilogy, Memento, Interstellar, and The Prestige. He used his trademark long takes and sweeping visuals to create a film that is both epic and intimate. The film is also beautifully shot by Hoyt van Hoytema. The best thing about Nolan's filmography is that he uses very less CGI and ensures that he gives its audience and users an experience like never before. In today's time, where the CGI had taken over in almost all the movies that we see, but there are still a very few filmmakers who are really passionate about the movies, and when we see their movies we can definitely experience the same. One more trait of Christopher Nolan is that in his movies he also do capture the sound effects very nicely, and that engages the movie a lot. The movie Oppenheimer by Christopher Nolan is a R-rated adult viewer advised movie due to a few explicit scenes, but is a thoroughly researched and well-directed movie. This movie deserves all the applause, just not for the direction but also for the cast who had given a stellar performance and audiences just loved it. Each character, including the supporting characters, have given the best in this movie. The movie showcased the story of Oppenheimer, who also is regarded as the father of the atomic bomb, and how his personal traits affected his career and family. This movie definitely will test your patience, as this movie is a long 3 hours running movie with a ton of dialogues, but nowhere will you feel bored or feel dragged. The first hour is all about trying to show us how Oppenheimer got into the Manhattan Project and became the project director. The second hour is about the Manhattan Project itself, where we can really feel the pumped up energy of the scientists who worked day and night to build the first atomic bomb. Then the third hour is on the ongoing investigation and the interrogation of Dr. Oppenheimer and questioning his loyalty and ethics. It is amazing to see how a director can make an actor work in a different manner than what we usually used to see. The actors like Chris Evans or Robert Downey Jr., whom we always had seen in many Avengers or Marvel movies, that it is now impossible for us to watch them in any other movies or playing other characters. We had seen, lived and loved them as our favorite superhuman characters like Iron Man and Captain America, that now when they are out of those projects and trying multiple other projects, then we cannot just accept them as how they are playing those characters. But in Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan ensured the image of Iron Man don't hinder the acting of the legend Robert Downey Jr., who played a very vital and crucial role in this movie. His acting is top notch and gives the movie a proper platform on which it runs for the next 3 hours. It is strange that Hollywood never actually exploited the talent of Cillian Murphy, whom we had seen in Batman playing as Scarecrow. Cillian Murphy's acting with great expressions, and his eyes spoke a lot of words than his own dialogues. His fear for a nuclear arms race against the mankind could easily be seen or experienced when he knew the A-bomb can do more damage than it was anticipated. His initial push for building the A-bomb was to counter the Germans who had hired Dr. Werner Karl Heisenberg, who was a German theoretical physicist and one of the main pioneers of the theory of quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics is the main concept behind building the A-bomb. There was a scene in this movie where we can see Dr. Oppenheimer, who could not control his emotions and went to meet President Truman to advise him of the negative impact of having an A-bomb and how it can lead to a new race of atomic bombs, and that eventually started the nuclear bomb war race. The movie also showed beautifully how he felt that he is responsible for the 110,000 Japanese citizens' blood on his own hand, and he had to live with it all his life. It is very sad to see how President Truman dismissed his views and threw him out of the White House with a very taunting message disrespecting the man who helped USA win the World War II. Many such scenes in the movies which we have read in history of how the A-bomb started, and it's shown beautifully in this movie. In one such scene, we can see him reading and understanding the Bhagavad Gita and learning the Sanskrit. He did accepted in the movie that he got the idea of building the hydrogen fission bomb that can create a chain reaction which can multiply the effect of the bomb to a very devastating stage from the scriptures of the Bhagavad Gita. An interesting small but a very pivotal event that was shown to us in this movie was the meetup between Dr. Oppenheimer and Albert Einstein, where they shared the frustration and anger of how the physics now had turned from study to a weapon of mass destruction. Although we can keep praising this movie a lot for its exceptional direction, acting, sound engineering and spectacular scenes, but also it does come with a few negative elements that cannot be shelved away. In the movie, we have such great sound effects, but also those effects downplayed the dialogues and could be rarely or very barely be heard. Many a times the dialogues were echoing, which I feel is a trademark of Christopher Nolan's filmmaking, as in any of his movies we found the similar traits. His films are mostly unstructured and does not allow any regular moviegoers to understand it in full depth, as the movie starts and ends in a very different note and in a very different way, leaving more questions than the answers. As we are still struggling to figure out the ending of the Batman The Dark Man Rises, where the director had shared his view that he left the movie with such an ending for the viewers and audiences to assume that what could be the final ending of it and can make their own stories or theories. The film's brilliant strength is its exploration of Dr. Oppenheimer's complex legacy. He was a brilliant scientist, no doubt about it, who helped us to end the World War II. But he also created a weapon of mass destruction that has the potential to destroy the world. The film does not shy away from those difficult questions, and it forces the viewers and audiences to confront the moral implications of the Oppenheimer's work. Oppenheimer is not an easy film to watch. It is long, complex and challenging, but it is also a rewarding film that is sure to stay with you for a long time after you have seen it. Let's go through some of the critics who had actually shared their opinion or views about the film. The Hollywood Reporter stated, "A visually stunning and intellectually stimulating film that is sure to be one of the most talked about films for the years." The Variety quoted, "A powerful and thought-provoking film that offers a complex and nuanced portrait of one of the most important figures of the 20th century." The Playlist quoted, "A masterpiece from Christopher Nolan that is sure to be remembered for years to come." Overall, this movie is a must-see film for anyone interested in the history, science, or the human condition. It is a complex and challenging film, but it is also a rewarding one that is sure to stay with you long after you have seen it. That's it for today. I will keep posting similar reviews on movies or trailers that will be released in the future as well. If you wish to know more about Dr. Oppenheimer and the atomic bomb by itself, then do just let me know in the comment section and I will make a video out of it and will help you explain the movie in Hindi as well. If you liked my video, please do like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.